wake up and you don't even want to give any morning kiss. You look at the person lying close to you, be like, look at this big head. Welcome back to my channel. It's a girl here again, Peppy. To all my new subscribers, I see you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. To my oldies, thank you guys for the great support. And if you're just coming across my video for the first time, or you're seeing my face for the first time, please do all to subscribe and do not forget to turn on your bell notification button so you can get notified whenever I upload new videos. So guys, on today's video, I'll be talking about so many things that I never knew. Nobody told me about marriage before getting married. A whole lot of things that they will never tell you. Nobody will ever tell you before entering the institution called marriage. It's when you get married or when you're inside the marriage that you get to know a whole lot of things. Nobody even told me anything. Nobody told me anything about this thing, marriage. So I'll be discussing some of the things I found out about marriage. What be married. The first thing I learned that marriage can never ever complete you. You are responsible for your own happiness. A whole lot of people go into marriage thinking that, oh, we've made it. Like, I know a lot of single ladies out there, they are like aspiring to get married, thinking that when you get married, you've completed everything in life. Well, my dear, when you get into marriage, you are just starting. Marriage can never make you. It does not complete you. You are responsible for your own happiness, and you will continue to be responsible for your own happiness. Marriage can never give you happiness. Marriage can never give you everlasting happiness. In fact, marriage cannot even make you happy 247. So just know that you yourself, you are responsible for your own happiness, and you owe yourself to give yourself that happiness and not marriage. Second thing is that you will never ever, like, you will not always feel attracted to your partner. Do you get? Sometimes some people will say when you feel less attracted to your partner, it means that you do not love the person. For real, in marriage, it does not signify that. And sometimes you will see your partner with wrapper. Sometimes you will see your partner's hair nappy. Sometimes you will see your husband's beard grown. Sometimes you see your partner in their lowest shit. So it does not mean that you don't love them. Or sometimes you feel less attracted. Like when you look at the person self, you be like, ah, are you still okay? Can you know? Or right? Like sometimes you look at somebody, be like, what am I even doing with you? It is not always the same. Some other times you will feel so in love with the person. Just know that when you get married to a certain person that you are once, or you were once attracted to, it does not mean that you're forever after that you will continue being attracted to that person. There comes some days when you will be like, oh my god, what am I even doing with you? There comes some days when you'll be like, how did I even end up here? But it does not mean that you're no longer in love with that person. Those days will come and go. So marriage does not mean that you will forever be attracted to the partner that you got married to, or you will always feel the same way that you felt the day you guys got married. The next one is that you will not always like your partner. There comes some times in life where you have to dislike this person because of some certain things or things that happen. You know, there are problems in marriage. Every marriage has its own problems. So sometimes when some things happen, you'll be like, you will dislike the person, but it does not mean you're going to dislike them forever. At some point in life, you will dislike them. You will not always like your partner. So that's another thing. Just bear it in mind that sometimes you will dislike your partner. You must not always like your partner, like for the rest of your life. It's not like that. Next one is that you do not have to feel love in order to give love. You know, sometimes you wake up in the morning and you don't feel like giving a morning kiss. Just for the fact that you do not feel like giving it. Give it anyways. You don't need to feel it to give it. Because love is a feeling. It's a feeling that comes to you, but sometimes it fades. It doesn't stay like that forever. But because you are not feeling it, that's why you are not going to give it. In marriage, you give love even when you don't feel love, because sometimes you will not feel like giving love. You might not feel like saying some certain lovely things you normally tell your partner. Just for the fact you don't feel it does not mean you give it. Marriage, when you don't feel love, you have to give it, because it's eternity. It's an everlasting thing. So some certain things you don't like, or some, okay, for instance, let's say You wake up in the morning, every morning that you wake up, you give a morning kiss, you say good morning. Sometimes you wake up and you don't even want to give any morning kiss. You look at the person lying close to you, be like, look at this big head. So, but cause as marriage, you give it, you say it, you give that morning kiss. It doesn't make you less of yourself, because those times will always come in marriage. So you don't feel love to give love. You give love anyways. It's a marriage that you venture into this thing called fake it till you make it. If you're not feeling love, keep faking it. Keep faking the love. Keep giving that love until you get used to giving it. The next one is marriage is not happily ever after. It is not something that is a resting spot for eternal happiness. It can be challenging. You know, in church, the way the way the marriage vows comes, they will tell you, oh, happily ever after. As in, it's that is when your life is even starting, because you end up with a stranger that you don't know, because some people marry people that they didn't date. Okay, so it's challenging and is not a resting spot for you. So as you're walking into that marriage, just guard yourself well and know that it is not an institution for you to go and relax. You have to be up and doing and know that it's challenging and be able to overcome the challenges that come to you or that will come to you. That's why there are a lot of divorces now. Okay, some people do not take the challenge. Some people are not ready to take the challenging, and I'm not talking the challenges, sorry, but I'm not talking about domestic violence. That one apart, there are so many things that goes on in marriage apart from domestic violence. There are so many things that you cannot relate in marriage. So, but marriage is a place where, as you're going, just with an open heart, just know that it's a place where you will enter and you will see a whole lot of things and be ready to face those challenges. That is when you will have happily ever after. The happily ever after is not for you to relax and just because you're not married, you just relax and think it's somewhere you can sit and relax. Marriage is not like that. It's so hard. The next thing that nobody will tell you, that it is an institution that will help you grow. It is designed to help you grow. Take for instance, as in a whole lot of people grew in marriage. Before you get married, there are some certain ways you behave, or maybe if you're dating someone, there are some things you do, but when you enter into marriage, you don't do them. Because if you carry those things you do as a young person into marriage, it cannot work. For a woman, that's why when a lady gets married, bears children, like automatically the lady or the woman is older than the man, because it makes you grow, it changes your mentality, it makes you approach things in a different way. Or some things that you approach childishly, in marriage you will approach them in a different way. So marriage builds you, it designs you, it changes your mentality. That is something nobody will tell you. It's not the way you walk into marriage that you remain forever. You'll find out that you are being more matured, especially those people that married earlier. If you married maybe your early 20s, by the time you get in your early 30s, you will see that a whole lot of things has changed. So that institution keeps building you up. It keeps building you up. It keeps changing you. It keeps changing your mentality for for a better future. So the last one I'm going to say that nobody will tell you and nobody told me is that the first blueprint of intimate relationship informs you how you are going to be in your marriage. Like when you start your marriage with violence, that's how it's gonna be. When you start your marriage with love and respect, I think that is how your relationship will be. So however the print, like how you walk into the relationship is how that relationship is going to be. Some men will go into relationship with disrespect. If you walk into your relationship with disrespect, along the line, inside that marriage will be the ultimate thing going on, disrespect. When you walk into your marriage with fight, along the along the line, that will be what will be going on in your marriage. People do not tell people that. If you walk into your let me tell you, it's not all relationship or all marriages that start with love. Yes, you see the wedding, you see how it goes. You don't know what goes through, what goes on behind closed doors. Some people like are violent in nature, and when you marry someone and you start shouting around and insulting the person along the line in your marriage, that will be the order of the day. But when you build your relationship in love and respect, how you treat your partner, it's what will happen within the relationship. Although some people, when they do it like that along the line, they learn each other and try to correct some things. But it's better when you walk into your relationship with love, respect, and everything. Anything that comes up, you people can deal with it. Any temptation, any, there will be respect in that relationship. But when you walk into the relationship with violent disrespect, that marriage might not last if you guys don't correct it. That is when divorce comes up. So that's all I got to say. I hope you learned one or two. I'm going to end this video here. Please do what to subscribe if you've not, and do not forget to turn on your bell notification button so you can get notified whenever I upload new videos. And do not forget, Peppy loves you all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.